Introducing first, he weighs in at 186 pounds, fighting out of Crane, Texas. He is the Lone Star, Curt Stallion!
Why is your package so small? Why do you packages? Pussy! He keeps talking about dick.
That's weird.
His opponent, fighting out of the Dirty 330, Mr. Up for Anything, a.k.a. Walker, Texas Bishop, Joshua Bishop!
Bishop, you got this!
Fuck him up,
Curt's a pussy!
And this matchup underway. Marino Tenaglia sticking around with me. And Marino, I got to say, this is a matchup I'm very excited to see. Obviously, we here in AIW very familiar with Joshua Bishop, a young competitor on the rise. And while AIW fans may not be familiar with Curt Stallion, just about any other part of the country is. As much as I say Bishop is a young star on the rise, Curt Stallion is a guy who has been making waves in independent wrestling. And is a guy that has been in very high demand to come here to Cleveland. He comes very highly recommended by anyone who's come across him. Obviously, you heard he's from Texas. He's made his debuts in many other areas of the Midwest, of the South, and now looking to break in here in Cleveland.
He rode that wave all the way here to AIW.
It'll be interesting to see what he has to offer against young Joshua Bishop. Of course, No Consequences has had a hell of a night tonight. AJ Gray victorious earlier, and we saw the return of Chase Oliver to No Consequences to help out Trey Lamar and essentially reclaim his spot from MM3. So now
they're back together at, I guess you could say, full strength.
Joshua Bishop hoping to continue the trend for them. It'll be interesting to see how Chase Oliver reacclimates himself to No Consequences. Oh! And Curt Stallion, say what you want about him, respect is not his strong point. But young Joshua Bishop does not stand for a second of that.
Definitely give the slight size advantage to Joshua Bishop in this one.
And I would not want to anger Joshua Bishop. He's not a guy. There's a lot of guys in this world who you'll throw off your game by making them angry. Joshua Bishop is not one. He just amps up the intensity that much more. And this is a guy less than a year in professional wrestling. And obviously, you can see he's an absolute specimen in the ring. An incredible athlete, a guy who could have been a collegiate athlete, a guy who had every opportunity to be a Division I scholarship athlete in college, who wanted nothing to do with it because he had always wanted to be a professional wrestler. And he had to wait. He tried to do it when he was underage. He tried to get in at 16, and we told him no, he had to wait. So he's counting down the days until he could start training in professional wrestling. And he has shown that passion in the ring, but right now, Curt Stallion, that double stomp, hook of the leg too.
Curt Stallion doesn't seem to care too much about anybody's passion, I guess.
Well, it's Curt Stallion, as I said, is a guy who has made waves all over independent wrestling, but it's been a little bit of a thorn in his side that AIW has never given him the call. So many guys he's come across. He's no stranger to Joshua Bishop, no stranger to guys like Dominic Guarini. Their paths have crossed many times, and he has never gotten that call. So now that he has it, he's looking to make the most of it.
You think? I might be worried for Joshua Bishop. I don't know what he might do with this pent-up aggression. I mean, Joshua Bishop being an AIW student, who knows what Curt Stallion might be trying to prove.
Oh, Curt Stallion. In a unique turn of events for someone from No Consequences. Obviously, No Consequences were a group of young guys who tried to stake their claim for a spot. They tried to take the spots of many of our veterans here in AIW. They felt they were young guys who didn't need to wait their turn. And now you have to wonder if Curt Stallion is not looking to take one of their spots. Stallion drags him away from the ropes. Beautiful, quick, low angle German suplex.
Curt Stallion showing a little strength of his own.
A lot of guys would have lifted that, looked to get further elevation, and he exchanged the velocity, the impact of it for the elevation. Joshua Bishop going low. Unique turn of events. The larger, stronger Joshua Bishop. I talked about his athleticism. Oh, diving headbutt by Curt Stallion. Just propelling himself and launching Bishop off the ring apron.
I think Bishop went over the barricade.
I think you're right. I did not notice that at first. Good call on that one, Marino. He ended up in the front row.
That's one hell of a headbutt.
Curt Stallion still recovering from that headbutt. Did quite a bit of damage to himself. I think it might be a good thing that Joshua Bishop ended up in the front row, because it's given him time to recover. Curt Stallion was trying to get Clemens to speed up the count.
Josh just making it at the count of 9, but getting sent right back outside.
And the drop kick sends him to the floor. And Curt Stallion's gonna follow him. Knife edge chop. For a second, it looked like it woke Joshua Bishop up, but that right hand made sure he didn't get too into it. Bishop sent into that steel post, into the guardrail afterwards. And those knife edge chops are just waking up the overhands. The two of them just exchanging shots on the floor.
If there's one thing I learned with no consequences, don't go up with a strike fight.
Oh, vertical suplex, and there is no padding anywhere to be found on that floor.
Hard concrete.
It is nothing more than a suplex on a barroom floor. Joshua Bishop breaking the count so he can continue the assault. Just stalking Curt Stallion, moved to the midsection, sends him back into the ring. But Stallion back to his feet. The drop kick through the ropes.
I guess you can call it inexperience. Bishop turned around for 1 second, and Stallion came back with that drop kick.
Stallion now headed back into the ring, gets a little bit of separation, doesn't crawl in directly next to Bishop so that he can't be caught off guard as he tries to get back in. Oh, one more time, that headbutt. Bishop had shoved him out of the corner, looked to recover, looked to get himself set up. That headbutt's going to make sure that's a whole lot more difficult than he anticipated.
We're going all the way to the top for this one.
Superplex from the top. Stallion looking to float over and make a cover, but he's got to flatten Bishop out.
Oh no, he's trying to put this one away.
Forced to abandon that. Bishop with that short arm clothesline saves himself.
Stallion's eyes are glazed over.
Joshua Bishop looks to be having trouble catching his breath off of that superplex. Obviously the point of impact on the back, the spine, but that's not all the damage that's done. Your body gets slammed from that height at that velocity and it'll knock the wind clean out of you. Bishop to his feet before the 10 count would declare this a draw. Oh, that flying knee, that bicycle style flying knee. And he may just give this crowd exactly what they want. We've seen this before from him.
What about the shirt? Stay on, tiny dick!
Joshua Bishop just throwing him. Before the knee lift, that time Stallion wasn't out of the way. Bishop sizing him up, slingshot elbow drop, and a beauty. Foot under the bottom ropes. Joshua Bishop had hooked the near leg. The far leg was in position. And now looking to finish.
One ring awareness.
Finish Curt Stallion off. Stallion, though, out of the way one more time with that snap German.
That thing comes out of nowhere.
That's no time to get ready for the landing. The boot, that knee in the corner. Stallion sizing him up, waiting for it, the drop kick. And there was nowhere for Bishop to go to try to brace for impact, to try to take away some of it. Oh. And a little bit of a short arm, low angle DDT out of Curt Stallion.
Is that it? I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that was it.
Now rolling through. He's got Bishop up. Looks to be rolling into that. An air raid crash style brainbuster across the knee. Yet again, hooking the leg, weight over the shoulders, but it's still only going to get him a 2 count.
That was impressive. That was some strength right there by Stallion.
Stallion very frustrated with Jay Clements' count. Very frustrated to have only a 2 count. Oh, right between the shoulder blades, he plants that kick. Knife edge chop, that overhand chop. Now the boot scrapes in the corner from Stallion. One more time after breaking it to reset the count.
Going again for that short arm DDT.
Oh, instead, Northern Lights suplex into the turnbuckle and down onto the back of his skull.
Call the ambulance! Call the coroner!
Who's gonna make it to their feet first?
Both men up, but Joshua Bishop definitely looking to be in better shape. That forearm shot will make sure of it. And another
Stallion
one.
ripping that elbow pad off.
Looking to get pure bone across the head. If he catches that on an eyebrow, he can split Joshua Bishop open. The velocity on those chops from Joshua Bishop. Stallion sizing him up for that overhand chop.
I would not want to be in a chop battle with Joshua Bishop, but Stallion seems to be standing his ground.
Oh, one more time, that low angle snap German, but Bishop is immediately back to his feet. And Curt Stallion going for a ride. He's back up. Forearm strike, the right hand in retaliation. These two just standing in the pocket and throwing strikes. Stallion with a kick to the head on Bishop. Ducking the clothesline, but looking ahead for that
right
German
under the
suplex.
jaw.
And now perhaps looking for a back suplex. That same low angle though. And a lot of times, yes, it's very impressive to see them high in the air. It's very very daunting to see them high in the air, but when you're elevated like that, you have a chance to potentially prepare your body for the landing. You get that low angle, and before your body knows where it's going, you've already made impact.
Going back up top.
These two
This is somewhere where
balancing up
Josh
there.
Bishop does not want to be right now.
Curt Stallion, what does he have in mind? Jockeying for position with Joshua Bishop.
German from the top. Oh my God.
And, half and half off the top rope, just draping the hand across the chest. And Bishop is out on 2. Curt Stallion backing into the corner. You have to wonder if he's sizing him up or if he's trying to figure out what it's going to take. Smack of the head. I think he's got another one of those headbutts up his sleeve. Bishop catches him coming in. Spikes him, both legs, all the weight on the chest. You could have counted to 20.
Here is your winner, Joshua Bishop.